Hudson County View, live and uncut. And I'm your host, and what you see is what you get, and what you don't is better yet, John Heinis. And we're going to talk the latest and greatest in Hudson County news as we do every week. So at the top of our agenda today, we have an item from Jersey City Mayor Stephen Fulop. Of course, he's a Democratic candidate for governor as well. And he came out actually last night in an interview with me and entertained the possibility of running with no county organizational lines. And he elaborated on that today in a post on social media. So we're going to talk about that, and we'll show you the clip as well, of course. And we're also going to be talking a little bit about, oddly enough, something from 2017 in a very unique Hoboken situation that you probably wouldn't see anywhere else. You have Second Ward Councilwoman Tiffany Fisher accusing Mayor Ravi Bala of having direct knowledge and being involved with this so-called terrorism flyer that was discussed quite a bit just before that pivotal six-person race. So we're going to talk about what happened there, what the mayor's response is, and those charges that were levied. We're also going to chat a little bit about this unusual situation in the Peninsula City where the Bayonne Police Superior Officers Association are going to vote on whether or not a member will be terminated, and that is a sergeant that pleaded guilty to computer theft back in 2022. So we're going to chat about this and a whole lot more right after this word from our sponsors.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2720.
Hudson County View, live and uncut, John Heinis. So let's talk a little bit now about these county organizational lines. Now, if you guys recall, back in October, Mayor Stephen Fulop, of course, from Jersey City, came out and said that we should get rid of this, and this is a practice that doesn't happen in the 49 other states in this country. And, you know, it's just basically anti-democratic. So with U.S. Rep. Andy Kim, who represents the 3rd District and is also a Democratic U.S. Senate candidate, filing this lawsuit now in federal court challenging the county lines, I asked Mayor Fulop about it at the Chandelier last night at a fundraiser. And here's a little bit about what he said, and then we'll give you some more context right after this. The county line, you know, you come out against it, and now U.S. Rep. Andy Kim has that lawsuit. Now we have all 21 counties, including Hudson, have been named. So maybe we'll get an outcome soon, maybe we won't, but what would you like to see?
Look, I've been very clear that I think that block ballots, which is everybody running for a candidate, it is grouped together and not a line format, is in the best interest of residents throughout New Jersey. And we're the only state that does it this way. And I think it's reasonable to advocate for us to be consistent with everybody else in the country. So I think change is inevitable. You know, I think that we'd all be better if we embrace the fact that it's coming and get ahead of it.
Very good. Now, let's say, you know, one scenario, we could probably do 20 if we wanted to, but one scenario where, let's say, the judge here decides to wait till 25, 26, 27, whatever year, but it's not this year or next year, would you consider a scenario where maybe you don't run with any lines just to kind of try to prove a point?
We'll see about that.
That's it? Nothing else?
We'll see about that.
So as you guys obviously just saw, I asked the mayor, you know, in the event that this lawsuit is not settled by 2025, the June 3rd Democratic primary, of course, for the gubernatorial race. I asked, would you consider running without any organization lines just to prove a point? And he said, we'll see. And we'll see about that, actually. And he said that twice. Now, he elaborated on this topic on X, most people still call it Twitter, this morning. And he said, important, I'm 100% willing to run for Gov without any organization lines in 2025 as a statement of the importance of moving NJ towards block voting. The majority of the other major candidates / potential candidates join me. It is the right thing to do. Will you join me, Ross Baraka, Mikey Sherrill, Rep. Josh G., Steve Sweetie, NJ, in committing to block voting for 2025 and rejecting any organization line advantage? If you are a declared candidate, there was no need to punt / hide, as you could just say, if I run, I would like to see XYZ. Let's set the standard early and properly. So an interesting question to pose on any Wednesday morning, really, but for the moment, the Democratic candidates for governor are, of course, full up. Newark Mayor Ross Baraka, former State Senate President Steve Sweetie, and U.S. Reps Josh Gottheimer and Mikey Sherrill are in the mix. It's widely believed that at least one, if not both of them, will end up jumping into the race too. But of course, they have re-election bids, at least as of today they do, for November. So we'll see what happens. As of about an hour ago, those candidates and potential candidates had not responded just yet. So on a completely different note, but again, just very typical of what you see in the Mile Square City. It's obviously rough and tumble politics, pretty much 24/7, 365. But this one threw a lot of people through a loop. Second Ward Councilwoman Tiffany Fisher sent out an email blast on Friday, and this was a few hours, I guess it was probably about 7:30 in the morning, ahead of a 6 p.m. I guess it was a meet and greet with Mayor Ravi Bala and U.S. Rep. Andy Kim in Jersey City, hosted by Councilman Solomon. We'll talk a little bit more about that event later, but specifically what I want to talk about here is that email from Fisher accused the Bala camp of knowing about this terrorism flyer and having a direct role in it. So let me just read you an excerpt. Like so many others, I believe Ravi and his campaign team fabricated the 2017 racially charged flyer that made it look like he was being discriminated against in the 2017 mayoral race, falsely attributing it to rival mayoral candidate Councilman Mike DeFusco just to gain an electoral advantage. A short time after that election, several people confirmed via those close to his campaign what we all suspected at the time, that it was a calculated move to manipulate public sentiment, and it worked. The incident gained widespread attention and sympathy, and seemingly was decisive in what was a close mayoral race. And again, that was a 6-person race, and it came down at the end of the day essentially to Bala versus DeFusco, and Bala won by 484 votes. I saw the mayor at the event that I just mentioned, and here was his response, and he was quite clear in my opinion, but check it out for yourselves.
Now, I'm sure you saw this morning, Councilwoman Fisher on this email made a lot of bold assertions about the 2017 election. Any thoughts?
Completely despicable. It does not behold the office she represents. I'm a father. That day that we received that flyer was my 10-year-old daughter's first experience with racism. If she thinks that there's anyone from me or my family behind that, she doesn't know who I am. She doesn't know my DNA. She doesn't know the blood that runs through my veins. That is a depraved mind that would do something like that, and it's completely despicable for Councilwoman Fisher to even insinuate that would come from anywhere from my campaign or me. It's a disgrace.
So not too much more to add. I will say that Councilman at Large Jim Doyle and Councilwoman at Large Emily Jabbour, who ran with Bala in 2017, released their own statements in relation to this, and they basically said that Fisher was unhinged and this was a political stunt. I also heard from Mike DeFusco, and obviously he's not in office anymore, but he still weighed in when I asked for comment. And he said, although I remain hopeful that law enforcement will eventually resolve this matter, the harm inflicted on me, my family, and my vision for Hoboken is irreversible. He said a lot more, so I'll allow you guys to read the story. I will also add that Fisher on social media has said that this was a pattern. This was something that Bala tried to do, or at least suggested doing, in an assembly race in 2012, but that did, I actually think that was 2013, and that did end up materializing the first time, but she hasn't provided any specific proof on this, so we're going to see where this goes. Now, we're going to head to a break, but when we come back, I'm going to be with Jersey City Ward 8 Councilwoman Denise Ridley, and we'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Hudson County View, live and uncut. John R. Heinis, and as I mentioned a few moments ago, today I'm joined with Jersey City Ward A Councilwoman Denise Ridley. Councilwoman, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, I was just thinking on the way over, something that got a lot more conversation when redistricting just happened was that Morris Canal Manor and the SciTech City projects went from Ward F to Ward A. So I'm just wondering if there were any updates on either of those that you could tell us about.
Well, I know that as far as the residential portion, we've had those community meetings. They're looking to break ground on the new building to bring some housing into that area.
This is the Manor?
This is with SciTech City.
Oh, okay.
With SciTech City. So we're looking forward to that. I actually have a meeting unrelated at Liberty Science Center tomorrow. So I'll get a little more insight on where we are with all of their projects. We're hoping that this will bring a lot of new life to that area, new jobs. We're looking forward to the school being there, exposing our kids to more of the sciences. So, yeah.
Okay. Now, again, there hasn't been too much conversation about these topics in recent memory, but back when it was a hotter button issue, some people were concerned about the cost of the taxpayer, and they were also concerned about how many people, or I should say how many students Jersey City students were going to get enrolled in this county high school. So, have you still been hearing those type of things? Yeah,
it's definitely a concern. I have my commitment to definitely fight to make sure that our kids are getting in those schools. We always have concerns, with county schools. We have a county full of students, right, from all over in different towns, but we never want to forget about our Jersey City students. So we're always trying to push to make sure that there are enough Jersey City students out in Secaucus, there's enough Jersey City students at County Prep, and this will be no different. This will be here in our own backyard, which we've made a significant contribution to before I was even in office. So yeah, we demand that our kids are represented in this new school.
All right, fair enough. Now, something else that I saw you posting quite a bit about on social media is this water main replacement project by the Municipal Utilities Authority. And they're doing it citywide, but it looks like, from what I'm seeing, again, from what you and others have posted, it looks like Ward A, it's been a different experience than others. So can you tell us about what's been going on and what compelled you to go to the MUA meeting last week?
Yes, I would dare to say we're getting hit worse than anybody else, right? And that's difficult to say if you're in another area that's also getting hit. But there's been a whole lot of digging on Garfield Avenue, and I would say it probably goes back as far as 2020. There was a big project with Richard Street where the street was collapsing in. We had a major storm that greatly impacted East Bidwell. So there's a whole sewer replacement in that area. So let's say from about Armstrong Avenue is impacted down to about Bayview. If you've driven in that area recently, then you know that traffic is bizarre trying to get around that. But there's 2 water mains that are there, a 20-inch main and 8-inch main. They're trying to replace those. Work is happening 24 hours a day, literally in front of people's homes. So my residents are upset about that. It's a great inconvenience. Water went out the other day. We have an issue where a gas line was struck, so now you have PSE&G coming in. There are a lot of issues every day, and we realize we have to get through this project, but I need more communication from MUA. You know, residents have no idea what's really going on, and sometimes some of it is above our heads, right? We don't actually know how to reconstruct a sewer, but you have to communicate. You have to let them know how long this is going to be on. Anything that you can do to reduce noise, especially at night when people are trying to sleep and get ready for work, is imperative that you do. And so, you know, my goal for going to MUA was to let them know that, look, I need you guys to communicate better, and I need somebody from MUA on site 24 hours while this project is going on. You know, the company that's there now, Creamer, is an outside company. I need somebody hands on deck that can communicate with me and let me know. Veolia has been great with their updates on Facebook, so I encourage residents to please go to their Facebook page and follow their updates. And I'm just asking for more communication from MUA. So they have committed to sending a letter. They'll have a draft for me at the end of this week to residents again with more information about where exactly they are in the project and why they're doing it. And they're also committing to a community meeting, which will be hosted at the Bethune Center, just so we can keep those lines of communication open.
All right, well, let me know when that meeting is.
Definitely.
And, you know, beyond that, I mean, it sounds like you covered all bases, I guess. Just, do you have a completion date, approximate completion date for this?
I do not. I anticipated the project to take, I'm going to say in my mind 3 months, but which is part of the reason they want to work 24 hours, because if they don't, it will take much longer than that. So I'm hoping that we can get this done really soon, but I do not have a completion date. As you know, weather impacts it. We had, I think, about 2 snow days this month, so I do not have an exact timeline, but I'm hoping that by the end of this week, when I get that letter, they'll have a better idea of when they can complete the project.
All right, very good. I have plenty of other things in mind, but we're going to take a quick break, and so don't go anywhere, folks, and don't go anywhere, Councilwoman. We'll be right back.
All right.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Hudson County View live and uncut. John Heinis, and I'm still here with Jersey City Ward 8 Councilwoman Denise Ridley. So, Councilwoman, you know, obviously it's early. I mean, the next election is not for 19 to 20 months, roughly. Right. But, you know, we still have 3 declared candidates, and some people are starting to come out and intimate that they're running for council. So what are your plans for 25 at this moment? 2025,
that is the big topic. Honestly, I haven't made any concrete decisions yet about 2025. I will say that I do plan to run again in 2025. In what capacity, I have not decided. You know, Ward A is very special to me, and you know, we all hear the rumors about maybe I'm switching, maybe I'm going at large, maybe I'm doing this, maybe I'm doing that. I haven't really made any decisions yet, and I think it's important to me to make sure that my residents in Ward A are taken care of, to make sure that some of the things that we've worked on that I'm seeing through. So it's something that I take seriously, and I don't want to rush into any decisions.
All right, fair enough. Now, as I talked about at the top of the program, Mayor Stephen Fulop came out and he's been against the organizational line, and now he's taken it a step further. He's, again said we should abolish it, but he's now said that I'm committing to running off the line in 2025 if everyone agrees to do a block ballot, which, would mean that there's no county organizational lines.
Right.
So obviously the Jersey City races are nonpartisan, so this isn't really something that you guys have to deal with, but
Correct.
I think it's reasonable to say that there's a chance you may run for higher office in one day at point in time. So what do you think about this proposal from the mayor?
I think I get where he's coming from, and I think it does even the playing field a little bit more. It takes out some of the influence that we know can definitely happen in New Jersey politics. So I think it's best to let's see what the people have to say. How do the people feel about that? I think there are pros and cons on both sides, right? It takes away a little of the power from the power structure, but at the same time, it also gives people who have a little more money more advantage, right? Because they're going to be able to put themselves out there without the support of a line or anything like that. They're going to cash is king sometimes. And, if you can have the money or you already have the money, it does put you in a better position.
All right, fair enough. Now, this all came up because of this lawsuit by U.S. Rep. Andy Kim, as I also touched on at the beginning. What do you think about that race between him and Tammy Murphy? Of course, there's two other candidates, but it looks like things are getting pretty interesting so far.
Yeah, very interesting. It's interesting to see people picking sides. I get texts from Tammy Murphy all the time now, and I'm sure other residents do. I think that residents really have to make sure that we're tuning in, right? Make sure we're tuning in and make sure we're watching debates and make the decision that they feel is best for them. I really encourage my residents to always get involved and get engaged. I feel a lot of times we kind of sit back and then election day comes and we're voting for whoever we think might be popular or whoever somebody else told us to vote for. But, let's really see what people are saying, what they're offering, and what they want to do for our state, and who best can represent us. And, that's what I plan to do, and that's what I hope everyone does.
So no preference yet?
No preference yet.
All right. And basically same question with 8th District Congressional. You got U.S. Rep. Rob Menendez, Ravi Bala. They've been, I think it's fair to say, beating the hell out of each other up to this point, and I'm sure it's only going to intensify. What do you think about that one?
Rob, he's a good friend. He's also a constituent. I was at an event that he held last night. I think Mayor Bala is also great. I have a good relationship with the both of them. But Bob has been a friend, and I think that he has done some great work for us, representing our district. I know he's very passionate about it, and I wish him the best of luck for this new election. I think he'll do a great job and continue to do what he's been doing so far. So, I wish them best all the luck, but I think that Bob has done a great job, and I'm happy that he's going again and happy to stand with him.
All right, that's clear. So let's talk a little city business before you go. So something that has suddenly become like the biggest actually government story, I guess, in Hudson County is these e-bikes and the safety measures around them.
Right.
So the first reading of Councilman Solomon's ordinance was approved, 9-0. And just where do you think that's going? And is there anything that you plan to do in relation to that?
E-bikes, it's been a big topic. I've had residents reach out to me with issues with, trying to cross the bike lanes and being run over by bikes. We definitely have to get more regulation around it, but one of the big things that I'm working on that's related to e-bikes are the ion lithium batteries. They've become a problem. We've seen videos of them blowing up. And we lost a life actually on Stegman in Jersey City due to the batteries. So we're working with the law department and public safety on some legislation around these batteries that aren't approved batteries. We're trying to encourage legislation at the federal government to put some more restrictions around these batteries. Our fire department actually went to New York for some training and to get some information on what they're doing on their end related to these batteries. And in doing that, I also learned more about EV cars, which are an issue. So we're trying to create the laws that we can at the municipal level to try to save some lives in relation to a lot of these explosions around the batteries. But the e-bikes aren't going anywhere, so we have to adjust to this new way of life and adjust our laws accordingly, and to also get some more support around enforcement.
Got it. Okay, well, keep an eye out for that. And any closing thoughts that you wanted to touch on before you jump today?
I will say that we have our new annual Easter event coming up. As you know, with the redistricting, I got a large portion of Bergen Lafayette. So I do a huge Halloween event that I do in Greenville section each year for the kids, and now in Bergen Lafayette we do a huge Easter event. It's on Easter, 1 to 4 p.m. Ursel Webb Park. Bring the kids out, but we just try to make sure that we're doing those community engaging events. You know, we do the book bag giveaways, and we do the toys at Christmas, and we just try to keep these things going and stay in touch with the community. So that's the next big event, Easter. Bring the kids out on Easter, something to do after church and before you eat.
Sounds good. Councilwoman, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We got one segment left. We'll see you in a few.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Growing up can be tough on kids. So much is going on in the world that can cause depression or anxiety. Unusual behavior for more than 6 months could mean they need help. Don't wait. For real-time mental health support and counseling, call New Jersey's Children's System of Care. CSOC offers free mental health supports, substance use treatment, and services for intellectual or developmental disabilities for all kids up to age 21. Call now, 1-877-652-7624. Growing up can be...
View live and uncut, John Heinis. So quite a few other things happened. Let's see how much we could get through here. So this, well, I mean, you might call trolling at its finest. What happened, U.S. Rep. Rob Menendez is the latest addition of the Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus, bringing their membership in the House and Senate up to 76. And if you looked at the remarks he had about joining this group, he said, "I'm honored to join the CAPAC. New Jersey's 8th Congressional District is a strong, diverse, and growing Asian and Pacific American community, which I'm proud to represent. I look forward to working with Chair Chow and the rest of CAPAC to support civic and economic opportunities for our Asian and Pacific American community members, fight anti-Asian hatred, and ensure that we continue to break barriers for all our residents." Of course, Mayor Bala is of Indian descent, so you know the timing and the committee, I'm sure, is not a coincidence here. Now, also an interesting one out of the Peninsula City that I talked about at the top of the program, the Bayonne Police Superior Officers Association will vote on the status of Sergeant Richard Kilmer tonight. He was charged with computer theft for using a law enforcement database for his personal use in 2022. And this meeting is at the Knights of Columbus. And when I read this email from SOA President Captain Michael Cooper Jr., he said, "We will conduct a special meeting to determine Sergeant Richard Kilmer's status with the SOA going forward. This is probably the most important meeting we have ever had, and I encourage all to attend and place your vote." So the interesting thing is when you look at the 2023 annual major discipline report for the Bayonne Police Department, there were 5 officers listed there, and Kilmer was the only one that did not either resign or lose their place on the force. So we're going to see what happens today. Going back now to the Mile Square City, we have a new Hoboken Director of Cultural Affairs. That's Kristen Cricco-Powell, if that name sounds familiar to politicos like myself. That's because she ran on Bala's ticket in 2019 for the 6th Ward Council seat. She was unsuccessful, of course, Councilwoman Jen Giattino, now on her 4th term in the 6th Ward. But hearing from Bala, he said, "I'm thrilled to welcome Kristen as the new head of Cultural Affairs. Her extensive experience producing a variety of television shows, including at the Discovery Channel and History Channel, makes her uniquely qualified for this position. While we will miss Jerry Fallow and greatly appreciate her years of distinguished service, I am confident that Kristen's creativity and dedication, along with her deep roots in Hoboken, will also serve as tremendous assets to our city. She will earn a salary of $110,000 a year, and she has already started, and that's according to City spokeswoman Marilyn Barr." So at that event that I mentioned also at the top of the program, this meet and greet between U.S. Rep. Andy Kim and Mayor Ravi Bala, this was hosted at the Jersey City Theater in downtown. Basically, the event revolved around ceasefire. It didn't really matter what question someone was trying to ask. Someone would eventually get up and scream that they want a ceasefire now, and that was the theme for over an hour on Friday night. So it was, probably what most people were expecting to a point, but I don't think anyone expected it to be basically 75% of the meeting. So not much else to add there since we're short on time, but I'll let you guys check that one out if you haven't done already. An interesting one in West Hudson. In Kearney, the long story short, Kearney Deputy Mayor Melanie Ryan took serious offense to Ward 1 Councilman George Zapata calling her madam at the town council meeting that was last Tuesday, 8 days ago. And after he did that, she exclaimed, "You'll get a punch in the face if we were in public." And the video's there for you guys on Twitter and Instagram. Finally, former Governor Jim McGreevey, who's of course a candidate for mayor in 2025, said Jersey City cannot afford the prospect of the Pompidou satellite location, and he went over on how this is not financially responsible and should not be undertaken by the municipal government. The city did not comment. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching Hudson Media.